I don't know what time the snow started, but at 11 o'clock, there were several inches of snow. I don't know how you measure it. I think you just put a stick in until it hits the surface. So if it goes 3 inches, you got 3 inches of snow. On the trucks, there's about 6 inches. On the ground right now, there's probably 4, 5 inches. My foot sinks all the way down. Just thought we'd throw this on here. I haven't done an outside live. I don't know how the live is going to work out here, being that I'm showing 30 minutes, 30 seconds in, and there's nobody here. So I do have a Starlink up here node, but I don't know if I'm pinging it or not. So just thought I would just say, what's up? I've been out here for off and on the last 2 hours, just kind of shoring things up. I don't know why. I put straw and stuff all over the place, and given choice, the dogs never lay in it. They never have any interest. They stay out in the snow. Same with the emus. Give them a place that's sheltered and, you know, somewhat warm, and they literally sit in the snow. So just saying what's up. Ian, I don't know if we have a bad signal or everybody's just busy or what. I'm about 90 seconds in here, and I'm showing only one person online here. I haven't done an outside live in a long time. She is pouting because I just put her in there, and she's all, I gave her straw. She's in there tearing the straw apart. She was out here. She still has ice all over her coat. Emus, I just put them in there to eat. Everybody eats everybody's food. So when I give them food, we put them in there. And then when we turn them out, there's usually a dog or two out at a time. If there's one dog, they have access to the kennel where they can get food and such. But all of these are super pretty. I don't know what those are. Maybe just sparrows. I guess they're just sparrows. I never see little Tweety birds like this out here. Only when there's snow. The ducks are sitting out on the ice. The turkeys are all out in the ice. The geese out in the ice. All the chickens are sitting inside on the straw and wood chips and such. How's everybody doing? Anybody have any crazy weather yet? How much snow are you guys expecting? We've heard 1 inch to 20 inches. Depends which weather app you look at and which weather doomer you're going to follow. You got to figure if the weather apps, right? Like, let's say Ryan Hall, y'all, you're all gonna die. You know, he's like a Baptist preacher. And a couple years ago, when you started following him, there was concern, and it always looked real right, but it always came in less. And maybe that's a good thing, although maybe it builds like you know, cry wolf syndrome or the Chicken Little syndrome. But are you better off over prepared and nothing happens? Or are you doing more damage when you scare the shit out of everybody and they desensitize to it? So, is there a storm? Yeah. But it seems like I moved here 20 years ago, and 20 years ago, we just called it winter. Like, I was new here, right? What do I need to go get? And they would laugh and joke, and they're like, go get milk and eggs and bread. I'm like, why? Because that's what people do. And I'm like, why? Nobody had an answer, but it is what people do. So every year, just because it's what we do, I don't ever go to do it, but I end up buying a kerosene heater, a couple buddy heaters, and a bunch of propane. And then I expand out, and I'm like, what do I not have? Like a couple years ago, you guys saw a bunch of videos where it was jet boils. We had jet boils, and we had jet boil fuel, but I didn't have tons of jet boil. Jet boil's cool. If I was in my garage over there, back, the garage, see that first gutter going down? See that pipe right there? That's the garage from there over. And it's like 4,000 feet. And then from here over is the shop. It's like 6,000 feet. And then upstairs from those pipes there over, that's a whole upstairs also there. So if I was in my garage and I wanted to make some coffee, maybe I would jet boil, right? Some water, do a pour over, or you know, press or something. Or I could walk 6,000 feet to my kitchen where I have a natural gas standing pilot light, 6-range commercial stove, and I could boil that water in, well, as fast as the jet boil, right? But we did because it was content, and you know, we were making jet boil pouches, and I've really done a poor job of that. I should do a lot more little videos, which you guys have been seeing. I've done a bunch more videos of just product. Hey guys, check this out. What is it? Why do you want it? You know, that kind of shit. And I originally got the idea to do those because my friend Rob Bailey would do some of that stuff, and it was always killer videos. And I was making, you know, I'm a daily vlogger, and I loved that. I would get up in the morning at 4 o'clock, and the first thing I would do is look to see Rob's video. And it was always so, I don't know, not panoramic, cinematic, right? And he'd get on the razor and ride out somewhere and set up and make coffee and chop some wood and make a fire. Just cool shit. So we did some of that. It takes fucking all day, like all day long to build a 30-second video. So anyways, we you know, got all that stuff, so we had proper staging. We can show you a jet boil pouch all day long. But when you see it with the jet boil in there, and you see somebody pulling the jet boil out and warming the water up and, you know, heating up a simmer well meal and making some coffee, it just drives it home a little better, right? And there's that link. Oh, I'm gonna click that. I wonder how much that is. And people impulsively buy it because the video's better. But I don't know why I'm telling you that. Fallout order, what'd you order, Kevin? What's going on, guys? What I've been saying here, it's just fucking winter. It's just normal winter, right? There's all these posts right now. Oh my God, don't get on the road. You're gonna die if you get on the road. There's been gunshots all morning long because there's a fucking hundreds of duck hunters out there right over the other side of these woods shooting ducks. It's just fucking winter. This is the best weather for hunting ducks. The weather has been so mild the last few years that the duck hunting is just horrible here. This used to be a destination for duck hunting. People lost their lives. Every year there was a murder over duck hunting blind drawings. And like America's Most Wanted, there's like 20 of the America's Most Wanted unsolved mysteries here in Benton County. And they all have to do with duck hunting and pearl diving and shit and commercial fishing and shit like that, right? But not anymore because it's so mild winter. This is just a normal fucking winter. But we've got these little fucking, we have pussified the fucking world, and everybody is such a, just a cunt. Like, everybody's mad that people bought fuel. Everybody's mad that Casey's gas station didn't have gas. Right across the street, the brand new gas station that's almost as big as Casey's has fuel. I bought fuel there last night. Not because we went to get it, just because we were driving past it. And people are like, is anybody, there's some vultures up here. It might be eagles, but I think they're probably, can you see them? They're probably vultures. Although those might be bald eagles out in this weather. But everybody's like, there's these posts like, anybody doing Grubhub today? Oh my God, why would you want somebody out in this weather? Why don't you just let people rest and take off? That's gig economy. If those people are doing that, it's because they want money or they need money. I am sure that they are very happy somebody is asking if somebody will deliver some fucking food to them because they operate off those tips. I'd be out fucking mowing grass right now if there's fucking grass. There's not any grass. I'd be out running that skid steer right there if somebody needed some shit cleaned up. Nobody has said, hey, I need my shit cleaned up. Instead, I'm out here literally sitting in the snow that people are acting like is going to kill you. And let's be real, this isn't snow. See if you can see this. Can you see them bouncing off? This is balls of ice. This is sleet, right? You can see it right there. And I'm sitting here by choice, literally took off both my hoods because I was too hot, took my gloves off because I'm too hot, and I'm just fucking out here in the weather that's gonna kill fucking society. It's just baffling how fucking soft it's the nose ring, it's the fucking pig ring, fucking Kool-Aid hair motherfuckers, and then their boyfriends are so fucking pussified. Hog hunted using your single point sling first time yesterday. That thing is excellent. It was about 6 miles. That's what I tell guys. That's the beauty of that. that bungee sling, every step you take, especially let's be real, who raccoon hunts nowadays, right? It's mostly older guys taking, their grandkids out and shit. It's just a died off thing. We have cuntified the world that hunting is a bad thing. We've cuntified the world that, you keep animals in cages. And like I was saying that this morning on a video I was filming, people have like house pet chickens. Like my chickens are out here in all these houses right here every year. They've been here every motherfucking year, the entire time we've been on the property, and we evolve and get a little better. Every year I bring in over $1,000 of straw. It's sitting right over there, and we fill in these cages, and these birds don't use it, and the dogs don't use it. The dogs are laying on straw right now because I covered the whole thing. They have no choice. But in a couple hours here, they will all kick that straw out, and they'll be laying on bare ground. And as soon as I open one of the kennels, they'll be out here literally laying in the snow. That's how they do it. But the squirrel hunting thing, and same thing with a string trimmer. Those are great for string trimmers also, because it takes all the vibration out of the string trimmer. If you ever had to string trim a half a mile of fence or 5 miles of fence, right? I don't chemical kill anything on the property, so anything we want cut down, we have to, mechanically do it. And it takes the vibration out. And when you're stepping and chasing dogs, especially, if you're hog hunting, I assume you're chasing dogs, every one of those steps, man, that 6-pound rifle or slug gun or whatever, it goes right into your hips and your kneecaps. This message is held for review. Need cuntified on a t-shirt. How do I show that comps? There we go. I don't know why all of a sudden they're fucking holding it for you. Anyways, thank you for your purchase of. I'm glad it works great for you. I'm probably making a big mistake by not doing the big home and garden shows to show those slings to, lawn trimmers and landscapers and shit for the string trimmer. Plus, there's a lot of dudes with, Jeeps and trucks and guns and shit at those shows. So I'm probably missing a market there. Got a kit bag today. Awesome. Love the way it splays out. Isn't that great? I make those like that on purpose, which is why guys, when they want to put a sling on there, a shoulder strap, it doesn't really lend itself to that. I want that bag to be able to unzip and you can access everything inside the bag. And when you put a sling on there, a strap, ooh, my face is numb. I have ice on the sides of my face. When you put a strap on there, it makes the bag slouch and it looks like one of those slouch purses that the hairband girls would have, with the tassels on them and shit. It just looks bad. Multicam black 6x6 purple thread and oregano oil. That's what you just ordered? You're gonna love it. We shipped a bunch of those last week. Growing up, you could set your watch to the afternoon storms. Yeah. I'm on duty in Metro Atlanta. I'm a firefighter. I think you will be a long couple days. You have a lot of lower IQ people in Atlanta. I love Atlanta though. I love going to Atlanta. We go to like Phipps and go to Linux occasionally. Ocean Prime. Nobu. I think Nobu's still there. Anytime I buy a car, I go to Atlanta. Yo, John, crazy shit up here in DC. Oh, I bet it is. Everywhere is out of food. Definitely expected the crazy and power outages. So we were out of food too. So I went to look for myself and we couldn't get any 1 pound propane tanks. I was just curious if they had them, right? And they were out. But the next morning, they had a bunch of them and all the food was full. When we got to Walmart last night, and we bought like a handful of things because we were just driving past, there was a lot of gaps, right? You could tell that shit was bought out, but there was everything I would want to buy was also there. I won't buy meat from Walmart, but they had ribeye, they had rib roast, they had prime rib, they had tenderloin, they had hamburger, everything was there. Just the low cost shit was gone. All of the expensive shit, their black label or whatever with the gold star on it, it was all there, available. Everything we wanted to buy, we were able to purchase. There was, bananas. And I didn't go to buy bananas. I make these banana pancakes and it's like two bananas and 1 egg and a little bit of flour. And it makes an awesome banana pancake. All of the banana, and the only reason I even thought about it is because all of the produce was gone. There was no potatoes, No sacks of anything. Carrots, anything you'd make soup or stew with, gone. All of the fruit, gone. But they had these bananas, and they were lime green. It was the craziest shit. I've never seen a banana so bright green. They had no yellow bananas. Here's another message held for review. I've never seen this before. Let's see what he says. Colder than a witch's tit show. I don't know why, guys, it's doing this. I don't have my settings set to hold anything. Tractor Supply had a line, 30 cars all day, every day since Wednesday. Same here. I saw a post yesterday. We have 300 gallons of propane left. This will probably be the last, right? Everybody's panicking, filling up barbecue tanks and shit. I have a bunch. I had an employee who went to fill up some tanks, and she wanted to buy another one and fill it up, and they didn't have any. I just sent her home with. I had a lady that wanted some kerosene, and she was concerned about getting kerosene. I'm like, don't even go get kerosene. I'll give you a can of kerosene. So I was able to do that, right? And keep them from having to sit, because my lady has just come back to work. This lady that works for me, she was my first hire ever. She's worked for my company here in Tennessee almost 25 years off and on. And she'll have health issues, had a hip replacement, some things like that over the years. But she just came back to work, and she was 90 minutes late getting in. She said she was going to, go by, and she's going to be late. It took 90 minutes to get up, to go through the line to get 1 pound, fill of barbecue tank. And we just, every year I add to that, right? I go through Marketplace, and especially after, like at the end of season, Tractor Supply will be selling off their Big Buddy heaters. I bought 2 Big Buddy heaters this year for $78. That's the price. They charge more than that for the small one. So we bought them just to tuck them away. I have them sitting in sheds and stuff. I have brand new boxes of them. So if any of my employees or friends need those things, or God forbid, we need them in multiple locations. If Icepocalypse actually does go and we have to, run supplemental heat someplace, we can grab these crazy animals up and make them, even though they don't want to. I was reading a post in some of the chicken groups, and they're all panicking, right? I'm putting heat lamps, and I've put carpet on the walls in my chicken coops, and a lady's like, you're wasting your time. Because the first few days, I locked all my chickens in and put them inside. And the second I opened the door, and I forgot to close the door that night, when I looked out, they were all sitting on top of the coop out in the snow. They don't want that heat. Animals run hotter, and all of these birds fluff their feathers up. You might have a weak, sickly one that'll pass off, but all of these animals, they've got tons of fur. My emus are sitting right over here, not under the cover, not under the tarp, out in the snow, just snowed on. I love Rural King, and Rural King is in Clarksville. It's about an hour and 10 minutes. We stop there all the time. There's a store I like better that totally reminds me of Rural King, and it's up in Murray, Kentucky, and I can't remember the name of it. But like, we were in there last week, and they didn't have any animals. But a couple months before that, they had tons of animals inside the store. It's like an animal supply co-op. It's like a cross between co-op, Tractor Supply, and an old Sears, right? They have tons of tools, man. They had Milwaukee tools I had never seen. They have everything DeWalt, all the Milwaukee shit, everything, man. And it's like an old Kmart was, or like a Gemco. They got guns in there, and archery, and traps, and they have tons of, like, the whole entire Carhartt catalog they've got in there, plus other brands that I'd never heard of. They've got like Amish preserved, canned, pickled foods. I don't remember the name of that place. They had some really cool fire rings outside, like gnarly. You'd have to move them with a tractor skid steer. They're big. And they had these breakdown fire pits and just cool shit. 46 raining in Georgia. I don't know what we are right now. We're 20-ish maybe. 7 below here, South Dakota. That's normal for you, though. We call it winter. Livestock still have to be fed. Yep, I'm out in it right now, man. I've been out here for the last 2 hours off and on. Out here for the last solid hour, filming some YouTube shit. Let me show you. We got my stock tank heater. I usually alternate back and forth, right? I'll put it here, And then tomorrow I'll set it here. But I had it for some reason, and I knew I was doing it. I don't know why I did it though. I plugged it into this GFI right here, and it was popping the GFI. And this outlet here, I've never used it. So maybe that outlet's not good, or after 5 years or something. I usually just have it plugged in here, and it works every year. Math says I have more than enough power to run multiples of those stock tank heaters, but I never have run, more than one. The only thing plugged into this thing, I've got these LED lights off of here. I've got this Starlink off of here, and I've got this stock tank heater. But I have about 1.5 inches of ice sitting, which has been there, for a couple days. So this morning, I just, set this on top. It started melting through. For guys that don't know, the blue thing underneath is a float. These are supposed to float upside down, and then that ring on there heats up. And so I just busted it up, and it'll be fine. So today I ran pitchers of hot water, which it made content, right? I didn't mind being out here, and I just ran 6 loads of those pitchers and popped them super hot water on top of frozen water bowls. They're basically an ice cube with water in the middle. So I just pour the hot water on top, and it cracks it. And I'll do that again one more time tonight. But the rabbits, they eat ice. They'll chew through to the water in the center, or they'll even eat the ice, which is also good for a rodent's teeth. It shaves their teeth down. But the chickens and the birds, they'll eat ice also. Like, look at these ducks out here. There's one right there eating snow. That duck is laying down completely in the snow, and she's just eating it. The chickens, a little different. They'll eat snow too, but while it's actually snowing, the first snow of the year, they don't want their feet out in the snow, but they'll start venturing out. So I put feed in all the pens inside, and they, ate inside. But once it stops snowing and there's snow on the ground for a few days or a week, they'll be out. They don't care. It's only the chickens. I don't know if you saw the new Virginia government leaving his place in 27 will not be sticking around. It's sad to see such a gorgeous state lost. And oh, you're leaving? Yeah, I fucking completely saw it, dude. It's fucking crazy. Went to Home Depot around 6:30 this morning. My mustache froze walking in the park. Yeah, I'm frozen right now. This is ice. I don't know if you can. There's a chunk of ice right there, which is probably snot that is frozen. But I just wanted to say what's up, guys. Everything's fine here. I don't know. It's 3:40. So there was a little sun. It's definitely gotten darker. The sun's dropping for sure wherever it is. It's over there, but you can't see it. So it's cooling down. It'll get colder. I'm gonna go and start the skid steer just to crank it up. I'm gonna heat up the trucks and warm some of the snow off of those. Not because we're not going anywhere or nothing, but just what I'm gonna do. And probably we'll do a video tonight at 9 o'clock. And if the power actually goes out for any length of time, we'll just be inside with headlamps and shit, just cleaning and organizing a little bit. So everybody stay warm. And if you're not, I hope you're not by choice. And stay entertained, right? We started buying, we have a library. We have a lot of books. And I've got DVDs that I still every now and then buy. And I started collecting CDs just in case power ever went out, right? That's really why. Board games, we'll never play none of that shit, but we have them if kids show up or something. But it's plenty to do. Amanda's got all the printers running on short runs, so if we lose power, you pretty much lose that shit, whatever's in motion there. It was -6 when I got up this morning. It's 7 now. I don't care about the snow. These temps suck, though. Yeah, when I was out here, the first run out here this morning, my fingers were numb. I had to go back inside and warm up, and I stood there because I'd loaded some videos, so I was checking comments, and I ended up being inside 30 minutes. What am I hearing? Came back out, And it's almost, I don't know if I'm used to it or if it warmed up. I don't know. Yeah, I'll do a live tonight, John, as long as we have power. I'm sure we will. And if we don't, just know that we are okay, and we would like to be doing a video, but we can't because we lost power. There does seem to be some, looks like ice accumulation up there on those pots at the top. I don't know. We'll see. I am pretty clear. The water treatment plant is less than a mile that way, and we're on the main road, right? These power lines coming in here on my building come right off the main road. I don't have any trees really that can fall and hit these power lines. So we're pretty good. Short of mainline power on the main out of the road coming down something or a pole snapping, we're pretty well set. They're going to have the water treatment plant online, and we're third down from them. So if power goes out, we come back on pretty quick here. You got a power bank on a Starlink? I don't, but I can easily plug a Starlink into the power bank. We have a lot of power banks. Remember, 9 months from today, you could be hunting or changing diapers. Be careful. I try to make Amanda pregnant every day. So I'll see you guys later tonight.